You're now live. So, you guys like my cool brand hat? Anti-social social club. I actually got this hat for free. That's why I'm wearing it. Man, I thought I was going to launch this brokerage firm like a month ago, but so much stuff just kept on coming up, and then right when we were about to launch a couple weeks ago, it came to our attention that our whole entire pre-qual system could be done better when we looked into better pre-qual, like it right before we launched. So we were like, this is too good to pass up on. So we started studying these softwares, integrating things, and optimizing like how our sales funnels worked. So we're gonna update all of the teachings on that inside of the course very, very soon. But we have it all set up now. So like if agents that join the firm will have the new sales funnel and the new pre-qual system, which automates everything and links everything together. So it's just so exciting. But we were working on that right before we launched, so that took a lot of time and stuff. I want to show you guys like some of the things I'm working on, and I have like one more main project to do. I have to like write this script on the new sales funnel video, so I'm going to do that live here with you guys. I just haven't made content in so long, so I figured I would just show you guys the last couple things I'm working on, and show you what it looks like, you know, like the new sales funnel for the agents, etc. So alright, so let me show you some of this stuff, guys. Alright, so this is the new sales funnel that I've created for only the agents that come over. So this isn't in the course, but this is a sales funnel. So like all the agents that come over, their image will be here. So if you're like agent number 1 or agent number 16, it doesn't matter. You'll have your image on this side here, and then we'll get like your signature, boom. So that way your sales funnel has an image of you and people know who they're going to work with. But this is like the company sales funnel, so it's like all about the brand, the brokerage firm, and then it's like testimonials, and these will be continuously added onto and optimized. So right now we have 3. I just threw some clients that I've helped before. So we've got some testimonials on here and stuff.
My name is Jason Quinzer, and I am the Director of Real Estate for a multi-million-dollar short-term rental company called Pad Suites. I just want to talk real quick today about National Association of Locators.
All right, so some testimonials will add on to that too. And then there's a little section here to show your leads, like how much money they could save with an energy efficient apartment. What I was trying to do in this section of the sales funnel is like really wow someone with the value that an apartment locator could bring into the table for them, right? So, I thought like the only real way I could wow someone, the only wow factor in being a locator is like how we know that energy efficiency is really a big thing in our industry. So, like if you weren't a locator, you wouldn't know that a crazy fact is that some renters are renting Class C apartments. You know, that might be right now, like an example would be like a 2-2 for $1,500 on the outskirts of a major city. You know, would be a Class C 2-bedroom, 2-bath. But if they just bumped up their budget to $1,700 for a 2-2, they could get into like a Class A or a Class B with a special, and then they're paying the same rent because the newer Class A building is much more energy efficient compared to the older Class C building built in the 90s, you know, as opposed to like 2018 built. So when I tell renters that I work with, they're always very surprised. They're like, oh crap, no one even considered the energy efficiency. So I was trying to wow renters because we're using this sales funnel to attract leads as an apartment locator. I'll give you this sales funnel for every agent that comes over and joins the firm, but I just wanted to have a section to wow them. So it's like, how much money could you save with energy efficient apartments? You like this graph I drew up? So Class C, 1980, and it goes the apartment age. So 1990, 2000 is Class B. 2010, 2020 would be Class A, like newer construction, stainless steel finishes, etc. And you can see the utility costs that keep going down. And this is pretty accurate. I think I drew this pretty accurately. Like some brand new buildings are so energy efficient, it's like less than $100 for electricity. Whereas I've seen buildings built in the 80s that are, I've actually seen a bill that was like $250 on a Class C for their electricity. So you do save a lot of money the newer it is, and that could really mean the difference between an ugly apartment and a nice apartment, but you're paying the same cost, right? So we have a little thing here that I wrote up. I made this whole entire sales funnel. That's why it's been taking me for so long. It's hard to hire copywriters for an apartment locator business because like no one knows about our business except for like me and like just a couple thousand professionals around the world. So it's hard to hire like ad agencies or copywriters for a locator business because they're all like, what the heck is an apartment locator? You know, and there's not a lot of like wow factors of renting an apartment because it's so simple. So like that means I have to work harder and write all the copy myself and stuff. So that's what I've been working on. But let's see what I have here. Shockingly, most renters in today's market don't know that you can actually save more money on a newer Class A apartment, even if the base rent of a 20-year-old Class C apartment is $200 lower. Isn't that crazy? Class C apartments can cost up to $150 more in central air bills and even $50 more in gas bills. Think of all those renters out there renting what they think to be the most affordable $1,500 two-bedroom Class C apartment built in 1998. Imagine how they would feel knowing that they might be wasting their money when they could have simply rented a $1,700 Class A luxury apartment built in 2018 with better amenities, cleaner roads, and stainless steel finishes, all for the same realized cost. Don't make the same mistake. Reach out to a locator today, right? So this is kind of what I have for this section, and then I have a little video here of me explaining this like in real time in a real video. So hopefully this helps us convert and helps us generate more leads, right? So let's see what I have here.
And now we get to see an example in real life. This is what happens in multifamily buildings. If you lease an older Class C building, even though the market rent looks cheaper, you actually pay more because of the energy efficiency with the utilities. But this is what they do here in real time. Look how old these AC units are. This is costing the tenants so much more money in the AC, which is the biggest factor of their utilities. And they only replace them as needed. One of them broke, and then they replaced it with like an actually energy efficient, lower cost AC unit. It's just really interesting to see this take place in real time. They don't just replace all of them. That wouldn't make financial sense. They let the tenants take the higher cost of the inefficient units, and then finally when one breaks, then they'll replace one. So this is costing someone in here way less money on their utilities because it's modern, it's upgraded, they make them more energy efficient, and then these other tenants are paying way more in utility costs. That's interesting.
All right, so that's there. Hopefully that helps us close. I try to keep my face out of the sales funnel that our agents will be using because, you know, that way it's like their own sales funnel, and I'm out of the picture, right? So hopefully that helps. But yeah, this is basically the sales funnel that we will all be using. And there's a little thing here on why the brokerage firm is good. I made a I made a section where it's like, hey, all these locators bought the course, so they have 25 real world hours of multifamily training on top of the track prerequisites. You know, just so people know that all of you guys have gone through the 25 hours of my course. You know, so you guys have extra training just over a normal real estate agent. So I thought that was cool to kind of add on there. I'm working on this main video right now. Pay no attention to that little placeholder. I'm working on this main video script here, and that's what's going to really attract the leads on this sales funnel that we're going to give to our agents. So I'm not quite done with this main video, and that's the last project. Once I get this main video done, then we'll release the brokerage firm because I want everything to be done, right? So what do I have here? Ready to hire a locator, fast track your search. We want to personally work with you one-on-one throughout your search for the perfect apartment. We'll help you save so much time and money if you are looking to move in within the next 60 days. Very important to put the next 60 days in here so you're not getting wasted leads. But what's really awesome is that normally how I teach to do a sales funnel is normally we would click here, right? Click the button here. Yes, change my life now. Click here to begin the survey. And then the pop-up would come up, and I would link that to the CRM, and then it would ask them the name, email, phone number, right? So that's how I normally teach it. And then on the thank you page, we would connect ManyChat for the pre-qual, which I think is still great. But the way I'm going to do this now is a lot different. So this is the big switch and what we were working on that's been delaying us a lot, right? So what's super awesome is that we're going to click this button. It's going to pop up some like customly made survey, which is pre-qual, right? And we have found out how to API connect the survey to like everything, like to the CRM without the CRM opt-in. So it's smoother, right? So they're going to take this survey, it's going to automatically connect it to your CRM, so that's done. Then it's going to have all of those survey questions asked in an optimized way, one question at a time, super, super clean. So people will actually go through the pre-qual. And then those answers on the pre-qual, it's going to automatically create you a guest card and automatically import it and add it into Trello, so you can like use Trello the way I teach it to follow up with your daily, your daily workflow and your daily follow up on Trello, except automatically. Isn't that just amazing? So like, I'll show you how this looks like right now, but this is so exciting, and this is what's been taking us so long, because I just had to do this, right? So now all the students that are watching this, you don't have to like manually add people to Trello, it doesn't take long anyways, the way I teach it. I mean, all you do is just create a card and put all your info in, but now you don't even have to do that. You just go through this pre-qual. There's no more pop-up anymore, right? There's no pop-up. You click this button I'm about to show you. It takes them to the pre-qual immediately, right? The pre-qual questions are optimized. It already attaches them to the active campaign. It puts them into the email sequence automatically. Then it makes you a guest card. Then it puts it in your Trello, all automatically in one step. It's just magical, right? So let me show you what that looks like, and this is what I've been working on for so long, right? So this training isn't officially in the course yet, but I'm going to add it to the course because you guys get free updates for life, whoever invested, right? But if you do join the firm, it's already set up for you, and we pay for all the softwares, right? So look how beautiful this looks like right now, right? So someone's going to watch the main video, right? I'm working on it right now. Here's a script. I'm going to finish this with you guys live, right? And then we'll send it off and make it happen. But watch how awesome this looks. So someone's going to watch the main video, click the button, and then check this out. Boom! Here it is. Here it is. We added a 42-second video to kind of further make sure they click the button and further, kind of prepare them, get the expectations set for them to go through a short survey, right? So I wrote this script. We had this actor read it off. Attractive women always convert more. So that's what we have here. This girl's awesome. I'm going to work with her a lot to make ads and stuff. She was really great when I met her. But check this out, right? So right before they begin the survey, there's another quick little 40-second video that's going to guarantee that they're going to go through it. So this is what it sounds like.
Hey there! Please complete our super quick survey below so that we can provide you with a hand-selected list of apartments that match you and your lifestyle. Tell us a little about yourself and what you're looking for. An NAL apartment expert will handle the rest. We'll pair you with a local locator that knows the city like the back of their hand. Plus, you'll even get the option to book a call with them at the end if you'd like. Our team has built personal relationships with many apartments over the years, keeping us on top of up-to-date apartment specials and pricing, something that standard apartment websites just can't beat us at. Everyone needs a loving home, and you deserve a place to call your own. Click the button below to begin.
Boom. So now they know that they're going to take a survey, and it's going to help us do what we need to do. So boom, they click the survey, and this is what's magical. Like if you've studied other competitors, even the leader doesn't do this right? Like, and no apartment locator, right? What they do is they use like a Google form, and if they don't use a Google form, they stack all their questions in like a whole entire page, and it's just proven in digital marketing to not convert well. Right? Like you should not stack all your questions and show all of them at once. People are going to be like, that's too much work and bounce. But look how beautiful this whole thing is, right? So look, they click to begin, boom. So it's asking them in a clean way, one question at a time, in a down-to-earth way, right? They don't see, there's no progress bar, there's no how many questions there are, none of that, right? So people are much more likely to go through this pre-qual when it's clean and it's one question at a time. So let's do this together. Hi there, so what's your first name? My name is this, Pierre, boom. And your last name, Pierre? You see that? The dynamically changing name? That took a lot of code. My last name is this. Boom! Cool. So when would you like to move in? I'm trying to move in November 20th of 2022. Okay, boom. Next question. Type in the part of town you would like to live in. I want to live downtown. Boom. How many bedrooms would you like? I try to make it multiple choice whenever it was appropriate, just so they could just click through it. All right, tell me, Pierre, what's the most important thing to you in your next apartment? Example, it could be a fence yard, a first floor, close to daycare, close to work. Let us know the biggest deal breaker or two. Right? So all my students that are watching, the daycare, you know that from the course, you know that whenever there's a daycare, then you draw the 2-mile radius around them because they always lease by their daycare. So I made sure to add that right there for all my students watching. So type your answer. I have a daycare on 183 in Mopac. Right? So boom. That gets filled in. Great. What's your max rent? Example, $1,900. Please type it below. My max rent is $2,500. All right, continue. Actually, what did I say before that? Rents have increased in the last 6 months. That's where we come in. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Boom. Well understood. Now let's get a good idea of your credit score. So they just select their credit score. Boom, 680. And then we've got some recommendations here for them too. It's like you can use sites like Credit Karma or Annual Credit Report, FYI. Boom. Great. How many people will be living in the apartment, including yourself? So I'm trying to ask questions in a down-to-earth, like dumbed down way, so that way everyone can understand. So I'm not going to say like, what is a maximum household, occupants? Instead of saying it like that, I'm saying it like in a normal way, like how many people will be living in the apartment, So that's actually really important. So boom, 2, cool. So what's your combined household gross monthly income? 7,000. In my experience as a locator, a lot of people don't understand this question. It's kind of really annoying when they don't, but a lot of them don't get it. So I try to be really specific here because household income is all of the adults combined, right? So in this question, I write, what is your combined, and by the way, if you guys pay attention, I'm asking this after I'm asking how many people will be living in the apartment. So once they put 2, then I'm asking them the combined household income because they just put 2 people. So I was hoping that they would connect the dots and understand they have to combine them, right? So what is your combined household monthly income? Just think before taxes are taken out. Example, 7,000. And under here I put, make sure to add up everyone's income together. Apartments require us to prove at least 3 times the base rent to qualify, right? So boom, I couldn't get any more detail than that. Got it. So this is all the negative stuff. Do you have any broken leases, eviction, misdemeanors, or felonies on your background? Nope. Yes, misdemeanor. Yes, felony. Really, if they say yes to anything, it's just not a qualified lead. Maybe a misdemeanor is not that big of a deal. But if they say yes to like a felony or a broken lease or an eviction, I mean, they're not qualified anyways, right? So that's when you would refer them out to someone that deals with that. That's it. You just refer them out because I don't want to work unqualified leads. What else is cool for all of the agents that join our firm? If you guys have certain contacts that you refer unqualified people out, you guys can tell us that after you join the firm, and then I can code in here that every time they select yes, felony, or yes, broken lease, I can send them off based on their responses to your contact that you refer them off to automatically. That's what's really cool, right? So that is an option. So let's say they put nope. Okay, understood. Do you have any pets, Pierre? Yes, I do. We love animals, but we need to know what kind of pets you have to match you with better apartments. I have dog. Okay. Let's wrap this up. What's your email, Pierre? This is for confirmation and basic contact. You won't get any spam. No. Boom. Okay, great. We just need your phone number. Your locator will use this number to reach out. How did you hear about us? So this is good as well. Like if you're an agent and you're utilizing this, now I'm going to show you how all of this is connected, but it's good to ask this question, how did you hear about us? Because you'll know which kind of marketing platform and what marketing source is working the best for you, so you can double down on your efforts, right? So it's like, if a lot of them are clicking Craigslist, then as an agent, you know, and as a student, you know that you should probably make another auto poster, right? The way I walk you through. And if a lot of them are saying like Instagram, then maybe it makes sense to do more on Instagram. If a lot of them are saying word of mouth, maybe it makes sense for you to double down on your, building relationships with the apartments. So it's very important to like know how your leads are being generated. So I basically put everything: Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, Instagram, word of mouth. That's basically it, or other. So that's good. Word of mouth. That's everything. Would you prefer a phone call or Zoom call? So this is more advanced, and I'm gonna teach it, update the course and teach it this way. But basically, the new update and how things are gonna work is that we're gonna ask them these leads after while they're going through their pre-qual, if they would rather us call them or do a Zoom meeting. So all of my students watching, you should be very excited, because I'm going to teach you how to completely integrate everything to this pre-qual, and then get on Zoom calls, set up a calendar, all of that stuff, right? So the course is about to get so much more valuable. It's insane, but this is just a question we ask. So let's say someone, because you don't want to force people to Zoom call if they want a phone call, right? But you do want to do a Zoom meeting if they want to, because you can just close better. And this is how you truly work remote, right? So don't let this confuse you. I will teach this and update the course very, very soon. Right after we launch the brokerage firm, I'm going to put all these lessons into the course. I've just been wanting to launch, right? So let's say phone call, boom, submit. That just about wraps this up. Locator will reach out to you soon. All right, so what's really cool about that is that whole process was very seamless. It probably took a long time because I've been explaining and talking this whole time. All right, I'm back. But what's super awesome is now that they went through that pre-qual, right, several things have happened like behind the scenes that no one saw, right? And did you see the load time? It's like super fast. That's what we've been working on this whole time. That's why it's taken us forever to launch this brokerage firm, because it's going to be groundbreaking, right? So what's happened now is that these leads has been imported into your CRM. We choose ActiveCampaign. So they're imported as a contact. This counts as an opt-in. So they're imported to your ActiveCampaign, right? They're put into a welcome sequence of a drip campaign. So now they're going to get texted and emailed automatically, right? So that happened. Something else that happened is that this system we've coded to create a guest card. So now that they're done with the pre-qual, we have a guest card that is created with all of the information, right? It hits a Google Sheet, so you have all the info on a Google Sheet, but Google Sheets are kind of ugly. We just did that as a backup. The main thing it's going to do is it's going to create you a pretty guest card and upload it onto Trello. Isn't that awesome? That's so awesome. Let me see if I can show you what that looks like. Boom, there I am. There is Trello. So this is how I teach the 3 stages of being an apartment locator, right? But look, if you click on this, like I just went through that example with you, look, I'm a new lead already. So it created a card on Trello and a guest card. Like, look at the guest card. Ready? Boom, there's the guest card rental application form, right? And so this one says Joey, but each agent will have their own. And so like you just screenshot that and there's your guest card. It's super official, right? But it's so cool. So we have all their pre-qual here. We have a whole new card, so you don't even have to do anything manually anymore. So that's amazing. And so that's it. I mean, you just contact them and move them over to the appropriate life stage that they're in. Like if you did a Zoom call, if you did a phone call, you put them on here once you send them a list. And then all you do is like just do what I teach you in the course. Like you just keep on utilizing these reminder features, the labels and the reminders. And then so every day you just boot this up, and once you generate leads through that sales funnel, then you're going to have all these automatic guest cards created, and you just move them on, right? So if they applied, you put them here, but they're not approved yet. Then you put another reminder on here to call back in 2 days and see if they're approved. And once they're approved, that's it. There's only 3 life cycle stages. This is such a simple business. Like, new lead, boom, it gets created automatically, right? Then you move them over here after the appointment. You send over a list. You keep on following up until, boom, they applied. And then once they get approved, boom, that's it, right? If they don't get approved, you just send them over to unqualified, right? If they get denied or whatever. So that goes there. And then inside of the brokerage firm, we're going to offer bi-weekly coaching calls and strategy calls as a team. We're going to jump on a Zoom call. So we can do a lot of really interesting things, like every time we dead file someone, we're going to, this can kick off a whole CRM campaign of texts and emails to where we ask them like why they were unqualified, etc., and if they want to work with someone else, and it's right, everything. So I'm gonna wait to set all that stuff up until we get agents that join the firm, because I want to hear like your feedback. But there's tons that we can do with our systems that just got a whole lot better. But we're going to save a lot of that custom strategy calls and everything for agents that join the firm, basically. But this is basically the whole flow of how everything is. So I just showed you the sales funnel. All it really takes is for you guys to copy this link, and the link is right here. So we've got a custom domain. We're going to give all the agents their own link. So all you have to do is just paste this link, your own link that will give you into all your marketing efforts, whether it's Craigslist, Marketplace, an auto poster, paid ads, even Google ads, it doesn't even matter. You just paste your link on your Facebook wall, and whenever people click into here, you'll have a main video, boom, right there. It gets them to click the button. If that doesn't close them, it's going to have a picture of the actual agent helping them. What is this? Read this before going any further. Why should you use a locator? Right, a lot of the times people don't know why they want to work with a locator. So let me show you. Oh, I'm not even sharing my screen. The image will be here of the sponsored agent. Boom. First and foremost, NAL locators are professional in their craft. They know all the apartments in their city like the back of their hand. They do hours and hours of research, touring apartments, finding great move-in specials, and more. Locators will listen to everything you want and need in an apartment, from the style, price, area, and size. They also take into consideration the added cost of utilities, which everyone always overlooks. An NAL locator will consider your budget and background and will match you with the best options suited for you at the best rental price possible. Lastly, you should use a locator for convenience. Looking for an apartment on your own can be extremely stressful. Most people will take the first apartment they can find and call it a day, not knowing they could have had a higher quality apartment for the same price or a lower monthly rate just by contacting an NAL locator who stays on top of the ever-changing market every single day. I wrote all of this, and I'm very proud of that. So you guys are going to use all of my efforts in copy and ad copy and writing and sales funnel creation to your advantage. This is all it. Here are some testimonials, and this is everything, right? So they click the button. So all you guys have to do now is paste your link if you're an agent. Right, I'm going to give you the sales funnel. I'm going to pay for the sales funnel on a monthly basis. It's going to connect over to this pre-qual. Boom, the pre-qual, right? I'm going to pay for this software for you. Once they're done with the pre-qual and it hits your CRM, guess who pays for your CRM? I pay for your CRM, right? What happens when they enter your CRM and we start emailing them and we start texting them? Who's going to pay for all those texts, right? Texts aren't free. I'm going to pay for all your text. It's going to be great. What about Trello, though, right? You need the Trello business plan in order for you to use integrations and connect everything to everything. Who's going to pay for your upgraded Trello? I'm going to pay for your upgraded Trello, right? So everything is super in sync, super seamless. There's no more having to do anything manually. You're going to have guest cards created for you. You're going to move them over to their appropriate life cycle stage. I'm not going to go over the connecting the pre-qual to your Zoom calls and your calendar because I'm going to save that for paid students. But basically at the end of this, depending on what they choose, it'll pop up a calendar, and they can book on your calendar, and you'll know whether it's a phone call or a Zoom call, etc. So I'm just gonna save all those tutorials for later. This stuff looks seamless on the front end, but it does take a lot of like connecting stuff together for everything to work perfectly. So those tutorials are gonna be inside of the paid program. It is a prerequisite though for you guys to join the firm before you guys get approval for you guys to invest in the course before you get approval to join the firm. The reason we did that is because paying for all of these softwares on the agent's behalf gets expensive. So we can't just like pay for everything, like your sales funnel, your CRM, your Trello, your pre-qual, your this, your that, and then you guys not perform. So that's why we can't just accept everyone. So the firm is you only get instant access if you go through my teaching and my coaching, because that way I know that you guys understand how to set things up, and you guys will have that to support you as an agent. So that's why it's like a requirement. Everything makes sense, you know. So you have to join the course in order to be in the brokerage firm. But once you are in the brokerage firm, then I cover all your costs. So that will be good. So I guess before I launch all the details to the brokerage firm, now that I showed you how awesome everything is going to go and how I'm going to pay for everything, basically, the only thing you guys pay for is your broker agent split. Once you cover that, like, the rest is taken care of, and it's super seamless. And then you'll also have me for support, right? So you're paying for your broker agent split, of course, but also for everything's going to be included as far as software, but you'll also get me every couple of weeks for support and to design things together with everyone, you know. So it's like you get coaching continuously on top of all the software, on top of being able to work and being sponsored, on top of really great collections. The only thing we're not going to offer is leads yet, like, not at the start. We're not going to offer leads yet. So that's why it's important for you to take the course so you know how to market by yourself, and have experience as a locator before joining the brokerage firm, right? Our brokerage firm is not really a good fit for beginners, right? Like, if you're a beginner at apartment locating and you haven't taken my course, we're not going to be a good fit for you, because then you're going to be paying for our broker agent split, not really knowing the business or how to market, and we're not going to be providing you leads. So it's, even though I'd love to take everyone's money or sponsor everyone, it's really only a good fit for an established locator who has at least taken the course, that's already used to closing clients, so that way you guys can get the most out of the brokerage firm solution, right? I'm not interested in just sponsoring people and taking their money if I can't, like, offer a lot of value in exchange back to you. So if you're a beginner and you really need leads, or you haven't taken the program, this is not a good fit, so please don't ask to join. But if you have taken the course and you do know how to generate your own leads, then you can get the most out of this relationship, because we'll provide you with the seamless systems and, you know, live support. So then and then we're going to collect for you. So then it totally makes sense, right? So it has to make sense. I think that's the last thing I think we need to talk about. So before I release the link to check out the brokerage firm and if it's a good fit for you, if you guys do have questions or so, then just ask me questions, DM me, or ask them in this live video if it's still going on. Let's see. Okay, you're saying I would ask if they owe any communities any money also. Yeah, that's a good point, JR, but I just don't care enough, because if someone has a broken lease, I don't care if they owe money or not. I just don't want to work them. So, you know, because even if they pay off the broken lease, that only gives them like a couple more options over it only gives them a couple more options over the norm anyway. So I don't care enough. You know, they're just unqualified to me. Do we need to have the ClickFunnels account? No, I pay for that for you. Are we paying for the subscription? No, you're not paying for that. The only thing you'd have to pay for, Angela, is the apartment locating database, which is like nothing. I mean, what is that, like 40 a month or something? You would have to pay for Smart or so, just because I couldn't cut a deal with them at all. Like, they don't even pay affiliate. Isn't that crazy? So everyone has to pay for the Smart database until I find a better one. But other than that, everything else is covered. Like, I pay for it, which isn't bad. I mean, I think the cost of being a realtor, if you're a realtor and part of the local MLS, your monthly costs are like $166 a month every single month for like forever. You know, so that compared to $40 a month for Smart is not a lot of money, you know. Some people don't have broken leases but owed money from damages. That's what I mean. Yeah, I know what you mean, JR, but when you have property debt, like if the client owes property debt or has a broken lease, they're treated the exact same way, you know? So, like a broken lease, even though it's different than property debt, it's the same denial. It's treated the same way. If they owe $1 in property debt, it's considered a broken lease. That's just how they consider it. It is kind of confusing, though, because they are different, but really they're the same thing. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyways, guys, I'm going to finish the script real quick and then launch the brokerage firm so you can consider all the details, and then we can talk from there, right? So a lot of things coming up very, very soon, and then a lot more updates coming to the course. So thank you so much for hearing me out. If you did watch a lot of this video, re-watch the video and start it from the beginning if you didn't see the beginning, because I walk you through the sales flow of the new sales funnel I'm offering to agents and what that new pre-qual looks like and how it's going to make you a guest card like automatically and create it and add it to your Trello, because I teach Trello for daily follow-up, like as a daily dashboard device, right? So watch the video. I think it's like 10 minutes in or 15 minutes in or something, where I explain and I show you and record my screen with the whole entire new flow and what that looks like, only for the paid agents. So hopefully I can get this done really quickly, and then very soon I will drop the brokerage firm. So watch the middle of this video. All right, guys, see you later.